Ow. What's up, everyone? Punchy back with Higurashi when they cry, Chapter 3 to Higurashi. Man. It's only the third video and I'm already I've got my back aching from bending down to the microphone. I think I've showed you guys that some point in Chapter 2 how close my mic is to the screen because of how short the stand is. So last time, Punchy just outright was he's just gunning for it about information this chapter around, this time about Satoshi, because last time, Shion got mad at us for saying that Satoshi transferred out. She got unreasonably angry unreasonably punchy for us, because in reality we don't know anything about what happened to him. So we're about to find out. Satoshi, well, he didn't transfer schools, Mian said, resigning herself. But I felt bad for pushing her to say that. So, it's okay, Mian. Let's stop talking about Satoshi. Sorry for teasing you. I wanted to apologize, but right before that, he won't come back. Oh man, I had to open the window because, even no matter what season it is, my room gets really hot, so I had to open it. It's nighttime. Maybe it's a little creepy. Just saying. He won't come back. What? Unlike Mian's stammered reply, Rena was extremely clear and resolute. He won't come back? What? He won't come back home ever since that day. He won't come back. That was a very strange way of putting it. Normally you would say that he hadn't come back yet. At least, I thought you'd only say it like Rena did if he wasn't capable of coming back. You wouldn't say it like that when talking about someone who ran away from home. What do you mean he won't come back? Where did Satoshi go? Don't know. Rena's word choice felt very cold to me. It was so cold that I couldn't muster a response right away. Well, she's right. After that day, Satoshi hadn't returned home. Mia noticed the deadlock between us and hurriedly followed up on what Rena had said. Well, that is, everyone in the village searched for him, and we even got the police to help us look. And well, they started thinking that maybe he ran away. They started thinking that he maybe ran away? When running away from home, I thought you were supposed to leave a note or something. So, when Satoshi ran away, he probably would have left some kind of letter apologizing to Satoko. That was just kind of what I figured. But from the way Mian was talking, it seemed a little different than just running away from home. The police did an investigation. Satoshi had been earning money at a part-time job and had put some aside. And they learned that on the day he vanished, he withdrew it all. And then at Nagoya Station or something, they spotted someone who looked a lot like Satoshi. He withdrew all his savings to fund his escape from home. Was that it? It seemed consistent enough to me. But before I could say anything, I think that's a lie. Satoshi-kun didn't run away, declared Rena shortly. Hey, wait. So if he didn't transfer schools, or move away, and he didn't run away from home, then what on earth? Stop it, Rena, Mian whispered to her. Rena, however, continued without interruption. And then she said this. Goosebumps, should we back up? I'm hiding behind my microphone. Because it was Oishio-sama's curse. Okay. It's something we already imagined, because I feel like in a different chapter we had heard that he was demoned away. That he didn't technically... Oh, we learned from the first one, right? Because that's what happened they were saying that's what happened to Satoshi, and Punchy was afraid that's gonna happen to him. That's why he started swinging around Satoshi's bed and everything. Huh? A curse? It took some time before I understood what Rena meant by that. Mian clicked her tongue and shook her head a little. Oh! Okay, yes. If you think that was an overreaction of mine, yes, it was. It just really caught me off guard. So, is Rena in Mia? Is Rena in curse form? Like, just to tell us about it? This is weird because we're hearing everything about. I'm breaking the flow. Let's go. Satoshi talked to me before he disappeared. He said someone was watching him, stalking him. They even followed him home. He told me that when he went to bed, they were standing there at his bedside, looking down at him. Stop it, Rena. It's a portent of Oyashiro-sama's curse. There's no doubt. I think somewhere deep down, Satoshi was probably thinking about abandoning Hinamizawa and running away. And Oyashiro-sama wouldn't allow that. I said, stop it. Oyashiro-sama is the guardian deity of Hinamizawa. He would never allow anyone to abandon Hinamizawa and run away. I apologized for it, but Satoshi-kun probably didn't. It must have been Oyashiro-sama's curse. Holy crap, this is weird. Oh. Oyashiro-sama's curse? I hadn't intended to repeat it, but the words came out of my mouth anyway. Oyashiro-sama's curse. Oh, that's so weird. It's like a shocked look. The police may have said he ran away, but I don't believe it. I won't believe it. Not ever. It's just a lie told by self-important people in the village who don't want to admit it was the curse. And whether or not you believe in Oyashiro-sama's curse, it's... wham! Mian struck Ren in the head. Not in a joking way either. I told you to give it a rest, didn't I? I tried to be nice, while you're pushing me to my limits. Pushing her to her limits? Actually, there was plenty of displeasure and anger in Mian's face at the moment. For a few moments after being hit, Rena looked astonished. Perhaps the voices of the Higurashi calmed her frantic mind, because after a little while, she regained her original calm expression. Oh, holy crap. I'm just gonna I know if you guys always just hear me interjecting my thoughts, but holy crap. It looked like a cursed out Rena exclaiming to us about, like, she's telling us about the curse. This is brand spanking new stuff. She told us about the curse. She yelled about the villagers, like the self-important villagers who were trying to cover up. And Mian hit her so she would shut up about it. Also because she is one of these self-important she's one of the self-important villagers that she's talking about, but she doesn't know. Oh my god. We arrived at the place we always split up with Mian. No one said a word until we got there. The voices of the Higurashi just tortured our ears with their buzzing. We'd always split up with Mian here, leaving just Rena and me. Hey, Punchy-chan, didn't I promise to lend you some manga? Want to come over real quick? Huh? She promised that? However, I quickly realized it was a convenient way of saying she wanted to talk to me alone. Oh, I see. Okay then, Rena will go home. Maybe she realized it, maybe she didn't. She did. We know that she is the sharp wit. Thankfully, Rena quickly said she'd go home before us. Bye, Rena. See you tomorrow. Yep. See you tomorrow. Punchy-kun, don't be too much of a bother now. It's already evening. I'm going to just borrow a few books. See ya. Considering how fun the day we had, it was a very insipid and lonely party. Oh, poor Punchy, he's just in the middle of this, and I mean, I can fault him for sticking his nose in business he shouldn't have. At the same time, I feel like this information is kind of vital for him now. Hey, don't worry too much about before. After a little while, Mian finally spoke. Quite some time had passed since splitting up with Rena. No, I'm not really. I think it was my fault anyway. We weren't trying to hide anything about Satoshi. It's just one of those things we shouldn't mention, you know? At this point, I understood exactly what she meant by that. Judging by our odd interaction with Rena, I understood so well it hurt that I shouldn't even talk about it again. Okay, another weird, cause in chapter 2 is when Rena found out about the true Mion. She didn't know anything about it. Which is kind of weird because in chapter 1, I thought that they were in together, essentially. In chapter 2 is when she found out everything. So it's weird because Rena's really angry about all this. She went curse form angry about it. And if she knew that Mion was the one who orchestrated Satoshi's demoning away, can you imagine? Actually, if that's the case, then with Shion too. No, this is a bigger problem. Talking about it in the first place had been indiscreet. I shouldn't have been interested in it at all. Well, it's not your fault. We're trying to, we want to see Satoko happy. So, we're just curious about it. But that's really but that's why I really had to think about it. About why everyone got so irritated. Idiot, stop this! Punchy man bara. By the time I tried to warn myself, I had accidentally spoken already. I won't ask ever again, so could you tell me honestly? What on earth happened to Satoshi? He ran away, right? For a long time, Mina remained silent, but finally, unable to endure it any longer, she began to speak timidly. Have you ever heard about Oyashiro-sama's curse? Just a little bit. I got the gist of it. I overheard someone in class talking about it though. Oyashiro-sama was the name of the deity protecting Hinamizawa that they worship at the shrine we had the barbecue at today. And a few years ago, when they started talking about flooding Hinamizawa as part of the dam project, one of the people worked on it site died or something, and people blamed it on Oyashiro-sama's curse. That's how it was. Satoshi's dead parents, they were proponents of the dam project. Huh? Wasn't everyone in the village against it? Why would they support the project if they lived here? The dam project that would flood the entirety of Hinamizawa. I'd heard the village all got together to fight the terrible project, but it was a little hard to believe there were villagers who were supporting it. Well, there was a lot of stuff going on, but not everyone agreed to stand up to the dam proposal. Satoshi's parents were basically the leaders of who were all up for it. Leaders of the ones for it. Satoko and Satoshi's parents? Yeah. The government had gathered a lot of compensation money to exchange for the construction of the dam. There were plenty of people who agreed with the proposal because, well, they wanted money. Aside from a few households, Hinamizawa was, in general, not very affluent. And not because they were proud to inherit the land of their ancestors. It wouldn't be strange if some people wanted enough money to start a new life. But even in that case, they would have had to hesitate to say so, given the situation. It just happened to be Satoko and Satoshi's parents who understood that and stood up to be their representative. By that standard, you might say Satoko and Satoshi's parents were very heroic. They volunteered to be hated, all to help those without much money who didn't have a voice. And then, their parents had bad luck. They died in an accident on the day of the festival honoring Oyashiro-sama. So people started to think that maybe it had been Oyashiro-sama's curse. I thought back up to what Coach had told me. Today, they went to nature park on a family outing and fell from a cliff. So, people thought that even Satoshi running away from home was because of Oyashiro-sama's curse? Well, yeah. Basically. It was a bit of an evasive reply, but I felt it was wrong to ask any further, so I didn't press her for details. I don't think I needed to explain this, but for Satoko, her parents' accident and Satoshi running away, and all the business about Oyashiro-sama's curse, none of it's a very happy story, you know? Yeah, of course I knew. I could only nod silently. That's why we're not mentioning anything about Satoko's family. Even if someone asks about Satoshi, we just lie and say he transferred schools. You can understand why, right? They wanted to protect Satoko's happiness, her smile. As someone who thought that way once, even for a short time, I really did regret having been imprudent enough to broach the topic to begin with. Yeah, I get it. I'm sorry I asked something so careless. When she heard that, Mian smiled, seeming a little relieved. With that understanding, thinking that I should get going, I began to make my way home. I could really have stopped by Mian's house, but it was already late. I'd stop by again the next time I had the chance. Bye then, Mian. Sorry about today. See you tomorrow. Yeah. Goodbye. We waved to each other. Then suddenly, remembering something, Mian called out to me. Punchy-chan, one more thing. Not only around Satoko, could you keep quiet about Satoshi with Rena too? Huh? I think you realized earlier, but for some reason, when it comes to Oyashiro-sama's curse, she gets extremely serious. Ever since she transferred here. Oh, it's like everything's kind of gathering, more details from, other chapters are gathering together. It's really weird, but cool. Yeah, judging by how Rena was acting earlier, it was clearly no laughing matter to her. Mian had interrupted the conversation for us. But if Mian hadn't been here, what might have happened? Why would Rena be so serious about it? Not only Rena either, but Shion too. I don't know. Rena is... Oh, this is a secret, okay? Man, we're getting all the secrets! Punchy's doing so well this chapter. If you tell anyone, we're not friends anymore. Mian emphasized this as her expression clouded even further. I won't tell. What's this about? Rena? She says she's been a victim of Oyashiro-sama's curse before. Huh? Well, it may sound mean, but I think it might be a bad case of persecution complex, or some kind of wrong assumption. But she says so herself, so I believe her. If I poke fun at it, she gets pretty upset. Rena jokes around all the time, but she's really scary when she's mad. I get it. Don't talk about it in front of Rena, right? About Satoshi. Yeah. If possible, I think we shouldn't talk about this ever again. For her sake. And for Satoko's. For everyone else's, too. And if I must say, for your own sake too, Punchy-chan. With her silence, Mian made sure I knew that. Yeah. Okay. I got it. Thanks. Saying only that, she waved her hand and began to walk away. I watched her go, a little dazed, and then started walking myself. Satoko's older brother, Satoshi. Had he run away from home? Or had he been a victim of the curse and disappeared forever? Whichever the case, none of this was anything I should have asked about. The cooling air forced me into self-reflection. I wanted Toko to smile, yet my curiosity easily defeated me, and I frivolously tried to step into the dark side of things in a joking way. I'm shameful. No, Punchy, you just want information. I wanted today to be exactly like yesterday. I wanted tomorrow just to be as fun as today, too. So why did I go and do something like that? We were having a blast at the baseball game yesterday, and today we had a blast at the big barbecue party, too. It was a lot of fun. But then I went and almost nullified all of those fun times. I would have to be more careful starting tomorrow. I would put all this unpleasant stuff behind me forever. Like hell I was gonna let my enjoyable life end because of how careless I was today. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought that I'd be more careful starting tomorrow, the more I couldn't get rid of the ominous thought that I'd already put an end to those enjoyable days with what I'd just done. Well, at least he's self-aware of it. Hey, wait. Calm down, Punchy Mirabara. The gears of destiny are freaking gigantic, aren't they? What happened just now was trivial. It doesn't make any sense to think my life would be totally different starting tomorrow. But even though I understood it logically, the best of my heart wasn't going to fade until tomorrow turned out to be as fun as today. I'm acting weird. I'm thinking a little too much about that conversation. I wish tomorrow would come already. I want it to make me understand how absurd my insignificant doubts really were. The night was long. Oh man, what a day for Punchy. I don't even know if I can handle any tips right now, but I don't really like. Oh, actually, there's a lot. We're gonna leave that till next time. Actually, I was gonna say I don't like starting on tips, but that'll be fine. Mystery meat. Don't like the sound of that. I hope that is just like a phrase. Anyway, so this time, there's a lot of things happening for Punchy here. He's kind of in the position what I was kind of hoping he would be in the first chapter, you know? Like, he kind of mentions it, but then, like, the first chapter, if he mentioned anything, like, they turned on him so fast, you know? He, like, Mian told him he understands, and she told him to never say anything again. Punchy would say, yeah, sure, I won't. This is, like, how I kind of wished he was, but, you know, it's Higurashi. In the end, it's probably not going to work out for him anyway, but we'll see exactly how. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe. And I didn't say this last time, but go check out Walking Dead. I hope you like it. Bye-bye.